Hello everyone, how's it going? Hope everyone had a good weekend and is ready and prepared for the week ahead as usual. Now, I thought, over the weekend I may as well just introduce you guys to this simple but very powerful strategy. Okay, now I'm not going to complicate it, right? I'm just going to keep it very simple so the video isn't going to be that long. I'm going to show you guys two ways. One is a bit more confirmation, the other one is a bit more aggressive, nonetheless valid. Okay, now definitely backtest it, live test it, collect your data, okay, before putting it into practice, right? Now, this is something that people, some people that I know literally just look for this day in and day out, okay, and that's completely fine, okay. You can do that, or you can just have it as an extra little tool in your trading arsenal, okay. So essentially, the Asian grab, right? So imagine, let's just imagine, we've got this price, and this is your Asian high and low. Okay, this is your Asian high and low. Now, what we want to see, right, is basically price take out the high or the low. Okay, now if you're adding a bit of, market structure and a bit of, actually what trend are we in, etc., this is going to be a bit more powerful. Okay, but what we're looking for is price to take out the high or the low. And when it takes out the high or the low, okay, we just look for our entry model and we trade it down, and our target, first target at least, should be the low if the high was taken, and then the high if the low was taken. Okay, so if we have a point of interest, order block, supply, demands, or whatever you want to call this, right, then it adds that extra bit of confluence to this trade. Okay, now the other way of doing it, literally the same thing, but there isn't a 15-minute point of interest, a clear point of interest, or whatever. Okay, we literally just take the high and we wait for our entry model and we take the trade. That's it. Okay, that's actually two ways you can do this. Right, now I'll show you guys two examples using two different entry models. Okay, one is Top 100 BMS RTO, the next one is SMS BMS Major BMS return to order block. Okay, sweet. So guys, just before moving on, I just thought I had to do this. We've hit our first kind of big milestone, if you will, 1,000 subscribers, and literally it's thanks to you guys, thanks to the continued support. Honestly, I appreciate each and every single one of you. If you do like the content on this page, please do give it a like, give it a share, and if you've not already done so, subscribe to this channel. Right, so typically, using the strategy, you'd want to start basically on the 15-minute. Okay, now if you want to start on the hour, work your way down to get a bit more understanding of the trend, etc., etc. You just add in more confidence, and that's completely fine. Okay, now within here, right, you can clearly see. So this, by the way, is the Asian range, right? This is the Asian range. Okay, so this is the low, and this is the high. Okay, so essentially what we're doing is we're using this high and the low as liquidity. Okay, in this case we're using this as liquidity. Now what can we see? We can see a nice little order block in here. Okay, and this is GBP USD, and if you understand this pair, if you understand sort of the characteristics of this pair, you kind of get why I chose this order block as well. Okay, so you're not just picking any random order block. Make sure you test it. Make sure you understand the characteristics of that pair. In this case, it's pretty clear. We've got this order block here on the 15-minute, right? Perfect. So essentially, like I said, all we're doing is we're waiting for price to take out the high into our point of interest, give us our entry model, and we're targeting the low, right? That's it. Okay, so let's just play price out. So we've taken out the high now, right, into our point of interest, right? And what do we have on the 1 minute? So you don't need to be skipping through every single time frame, this, that, whatnot. Okay, 15-minute onto the 1 minute for your entry. What do we have here? So this entry model, right, is simply a stop hunt, BMS, return to order block. Stop hunt, BMS, RTO. Okay, I'm pretty sure everyone is familiar with the entry stuff. Okay, stop hunt, BMS, RTO, that's what we're expecting. So what do we have here? We have a stop hunt into our order block. Okay, so stop hunt, BMS, and what we're waiting for, a return to order block right here. Okay, so this is potentially an entry that you can use. Okay, so if I just place a limit on here with probably like a 4.6, 4.5, we'll just go with 4.5, and we're targeting the low. Okay, we're targeting the low. Okay, so 7.4%. Let's just say 7%. Okay, we come in, we get tagged in, and we, how you do your management, it's completely fine. All we're expecting, so I'll just jump up to 15-minute, so this moves a bit quicker. What we're expecting is for this low to get met. Okay, and that's literally it. Right? So that entry model, stop hunt, BMS, return to order block. Okay, so if I just play price out again, okay, now obviously, listen, there's nothing wrong and there's nothing stopping you guys from holding runners all the way down here. That's completely fine. That's up to you guys, right? Okay, but typically you want to be targeting the lows or the highs of the Asian range. Okay, that's what you want to be doing, right? Now, if I just play price out again, and in the morning, you get to your charts, and this is what we have. Okay, so here again, we've got nice momentum to the downside. Okay, so these are things that you can be looking at to add more confluence when using the strategy, right? Momentum, order flow, things like this. Okay, I'm just purely speaking about this in terms of the actual rates. Okay, so again here, what we're looking for. So ideally, just going with the momentum, going with the natural order flow on here on the 15-minute, we want to be looking to sell, right? And you know what? If you scroll down to the 5-minute and stuff, you can definitely find some sort of a refined order block in here. Okay, that's completely fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, but this is slightly more aggressive in terms of you don't really have a clear order block. Okay, so again, this is simply we wait for the high or the low to go, wait for the entry model, and we target in the low. Okay, so here what do we have? Let's play price out. Okay, we take the high. Okay, nice momentum coming into the market. Okay, and to take that Asian high, right? Jump out to the 1-minute. What do we have? Here we've got, okay, so price comes up again. So just understanding the 1-minute structure, this high created this low, which potentially could see a high here. Okay, now this is interesting, right? Why? Because this is our typical entry model. Okay, so we have our SMS. So we've got an SMS. We've then got BMS, followed by major BMS, right? So we're not messing around with time frames or anything like that. We're simply using 2 time frames. Now, it's like I said, it's up to you guys if you want to use the 1 hour just to understand a bit more of the order flow of the markets on that given day. Okay, now if you simply just use the 15-minute and the 1-minute, that's completely fine as well. But like I say, back test it, live test it, get comfortable with it, right? Now here, again, understanding this pair, more often than not, this is going to be used as liquidity to then come up to here, right? So again, what we're expecting. So we've seen that entry model. So this is our second entry model, right? That everyone could definitely be using, right? So let's go with the 3 pip stop loss. Let's not get too greedy, and we're targeting the lows, right? 8% there. Okay. If I just play price out, come in, create more liquidity into our point of interest, and off we go, right? And if I just go back to the 15-minute, let's play this out. And we meet our target, right? So like we meet our target literally, before 12 o'clock, right? So it's like, if you manage it to break even, then you wouldn't even need to be looking at this. If you took partials here, you wouldn't even need to be looking at this. And these are the things that you've got to be asking yourself in terms of management, okay? But in terms of just purely focus on the Asian grab, we take the high, so let's target the low, okay? So it's a nice little strategy that you could be looking into, yeah? Now, this is literally, yeah, so I'm assuming this is a Friday, and then this is the following Monday, right? So, back-to-back days where, you could have had a nice little Asian grab setup, okay? So, listen, if you're already doing it, sorry guys, I really thought I'd go through this video without it getting cut off or without something dumb happening, but anyway, so as I was saying, so this could be, like one, I'm pretty sure once a Friday and once a Monday, yeah. So it's like, you could have had these trades using the Asian grab setup. If it's something that you've already got unlocked, then perfect. Keep doing your thing. If it's the first time that you're seeing this, then give it, have a look at it, test it, build a bit of case studies around it, and yeah, see if it is something that works for you. Okay. But yeah, that's it for me today, and I hope everyone has a really good trading week. And as usual, if you have any questions, any doubts, or anything, feel free to reach me on Telegram, and I will get back to you guys.